Welcome back. Our financial topic today, we'll be discussing a new law that raises Social Security income for some. To break this down, we're joined by Gabe Brockers with Edward Jones. Hello, Gabe. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Mary Grace. How are you?
I'm doing great. So until recently, if you received a pension from a job that did not pay into Social Security, and you've also worked in a job that did, your Social Security benefits at retirement were reduced based on your pension income. But as of January 5th of this year, that's no longer the case, thanks to the Social Security Fairness Act. So that's what we'll be talking about today, Gabe. Gabe, can you explain this act and break down what it means for us?
So thank you guys for having me and allowing me to sponsor this segment. Yes, so Congress at the beginning of the year passed the Social Security Fairness Act, which should help to increase Social Security benefits for approximately 3 million Americans. And so who or whom are we talking about? Predominantly within states and the pensions received in many states, we're talking about firefighters, police officers, and educators or teachers. We're also referencing certain government workers that were covered by the civil service retirement system. And so those workers are scheduled to receive retirement pension benefits based upon their tenure with that employer and their work with that employer. And because those plans didn't pay taxes into Social Security, if those workers had worked for worked for another employer years prior and had earned the privilege and the right to earn Social Security, they weren't getting those Social Security benefits. They were being reduced by that pension. So this is going to impact, again, approximately 3 million workers, and it should add some income where they were getting boxed out prior.
What kind of an income are we talking about? Are we talking just a few dollars, or up to how much can this group of 3 million people expect?
Great question. So every individual circumstances are different, but the expectation is from potentially up to $100 to maybe somewhere around $1,000 additionally each month. It really depends on how much you worked prior to the retirement venue that had the pension benefit program that didn't pay in to Social Security, and what your earnings were like in that prior work, how much Social Security tax you paid. So it's a pretty nice added provision to supplement people's incomes who, again, had kind of just been boxed out in the past.
Absolutely. So some people will be seeing, as you said, could see up to $1,000. I know it's different for everyone, as you mentioned. Do you have any suggestions for what these folks can do with this extra money?
So a couple things. The law passed in January of this year, but it passed retroactive to 2024. And so ideally, people that were affected by this have hopefully received a letter from the Social Security Administration. Beware of scammers. You won't receive an email. You shouldn't receive a phone call or a letter in the mail. So obviously the scammers are going to try to grab this and take advantage of people that are unknowing. But if you are affected, you should have received a letter with an update on that. And hopefully by now you've been paid your retroactive back pay. And moving forward, you'll have additional income on your monthly check. Now, Mary Grace, you asked about what to do with the money. Everybody's circumstances are different, but there's multiple things you can do with that. You can enjoy life a little bit more and have fun. You earned it, right? That's a choice. You could build up your emergency fund, if that would be an effective way to strengthen your plan. You could pay down some debts. If you've got credit card debt, put the hammer down on those high interest bearing debts. If you've got outstanding school loans, maybe pay off the loans. Again, there's several things you can do, but take advantage of what is a nice benefit that before people were boxed out of.
Absolutely. And if you're one of these folks who this may be affecting, or if you just want to make sure we're meeting our financial goals, how can we reach out to you, Gabe?
I appreciate you asking. So we're on the South Belt. Anybody can walk in and introduce themselves. We'll gather enough information to find a time that works for your schedule and ours. You can find us if you look up Edward Jones on the internet, and actually if you do that, there's several different office locations to choose from here in town.
Excellent. Well, Gabe Brockers with Edward Jones. Gabe, thank you again for joining us, letting us know about this.